So, hey guys, it's been a long time since you heard from me. I've been getting a lot of requests wanting to know when I was going to do another video. Sorry if you hear loud background. I've got all my stepkids and my kiddos, and they're all watching movies and playing video games and raising hell. So, but anyway, I'd like to start off with some fabulous news. I am 31 days out from surgery, and I have had zero complications. I have been cleared to do pretty much anything, anything that I need to do at the gym. Haven't quite got there yet. It's been kind of crazy around here financially, so we've been doing a whole bunch of extra stuff trying to get things taken care of. Past that, I stepped on the scale this morning, and I am now down to 320 pounds, starting from 388. That is a 68-pound weight loss in the last 30, 40, about 50 days. Sorry, I don't know what that was. So in about 50 days, I've lost that amount. I definitely see it. I see it in my clothes. They're starting to get baggy. I can't wear hardly any of my jeans anymore, which sucks because any of you that actually know me, I am a fashionista, no doubt. But I'm making it work. I am not going shopping yet because I know I still have a long way to go. So I guess let's talk a little bit about post-surgery meals, what's going on at the dinner table, since all of us know that that's what got us here. Right now, if I followed my doctor's plan, I would still be in the puree stage. However, I've read several different published literature pieces. The Gastric Bypass Bible has been a big go-to for information for me, as well as the VSG Facebook group, which is a amazing support group of a bunch of great people that have definitely helped along the way. We exchange recipes with each other. We get with people, about symptoms. How do you feel about this? What does this happen to you? And essentially help each other get through, what's going on. Because a big thing that you'll keep hearing people say about this surgery is that, the doctor fixed your stomach, they didn't fix your head. And if anybody was an emotional eater like me, or a bored eater, or anything else, having the surgery is not going to still take those cravings away. Now, granted, a lot of my cravings have dropped, and a lot of them have completely diminished. Things don't taste the same. I'm noticing that a lot of food tastes salty, or chicken is not one of my favorites anymore. I'm craving things that I never actually ate, or I didn't like pre-surgery, like fish and some stuff like that. So I am still kind of sort of sticking to the soft foods. So I eat some mashed potatoes, which right now are kind of still giving me nausea. Some vegetables are still really messing with me, like cucumbers, broccoli. It's just making me nauseous, or it's hard for me to do certain things, and gassy, or it tears my stomach up. I'm learning to stop when I'm full, which with only having a piece of a stomach that holds 2 to 3 ounces, depending on the consistency of what you're putting in your body. So, if I eat too much, I start feeling it like in my chest now, or I'll get like a bubble in the back of my throat where I feel like I could burp and some of it will come up. That's when I know that I've overate. So, and I've become pretty much a pro at puking, but it is what it is. So, yeah, that's how that's going. I have found out that kosher pickles are one of my go-to snacks. I know they don't have much protein in them. Sodium's kind of high, but if I was a calorie counting Nazi, I think that I wouldn't be able to go through this adventure and this journey, as well as I am. I mean, this is my journey. It's not somebody else's. It's not the doctor's. It's not yours. It's not my husband's. It's not my family's. It's nobody but me. So, I'm doing the things that I'm going to do. I'm not putting myself in danger by any means at all. But I mean, if it hurts, I don't do it. If I eat something that hurts me, I won't try it again for a long time. I pretty much sworn off of Skyline Chili for the rest of my life. So let's see. Well, let's talk about fast food. Before my surgery, and what contributed to a good part of my weight gain over the last 4 years has been a pretty moderate fast food addiction. When you work and your husband works and you got 2 kids to raise, and sometimes it's just easier. Everybody knows this, to run through McDonald's and grab some burgers. You've worked overtime, you work in late nights, grab some burgers for the family, whatever. Oh, I'm at work, I didn't pack my lunch. Well, let me run over here and grab a burger. Because, the backwards part of America is that a salad is more expensive than one of their gourmet mainline burgers. And that's where we're all backwards at. Which salad I can't quite eat yet either, so that's another cry, because that's my favorite food. I like a rabbit in a former life. But fast food wise, I've gotten a lot of information from a lot of ladies. When it comes to Subway, you can order a 6-inch meatball sandwich in a bowl. They'll let you get a few toppings on the side, and then they'll heat up, your provolone cheese and your Parmesan cheese, and there's not a lot of calories and stuff in it. And there's not a lot of calories and stuff in it. And I think it comes with 5 meatballs. Usually at about this stage, maybe I could eat 3. My go-to has been Taco Bell, mainly because, it's not terribly healthy, or it's not terribly healthy if you take a lot of the stuff off. Like, I'll just eat the inside of a taco, or have them add light sour cream or something like that. I do the Nacho Supremes with shredded cheese instead of the liquid cheese, and then it's got beans and meat and tomatoes, and then I put my chips on the side. I may eat 3 or 4 chips, but usually I'm eating it in a spoon, and everybody knows how small that is. That'll last me 3 meals. I tried an Egg McMuffin with no muffin for breakfast yesterday morning. Calories on that was like 190. It was absolutely amazing. I was actually able to eat the whole thing, small bites, and it did me good all morning. So the main struggle with this right now is protein intake. I have, like I said, I'm 31 days post-op, so I've been through the shakiness, the feel like your blood pressure is dropping off, that your sugar's dropping down, bottoming out. I've been in stores where I've had to leave because I thought I was going to pass out, or it was just too hot, or, I get this real shaky feeling, dizzy, I need to sit down type of moment. So I've tracked that back to being a dehydration issue. So, however you get your fluids in, whether it's Powerade Zero, Vitamin Water Zero, some of the buys are really good. Any water. I mean, there's thousands of water. I love Body Armor water. That's one of my favorites. You can get them on the go and always have one of them with you and sip, 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 sip. If you don't like water, Crystal Light has a bunch of dump-ins. I'm actually currently on the search for some liquid that I can pour, flavored liquid protein that I can pour into my waters or my Powerades to try to up that protein, because at this point that's what you're looking to do. You're wanting to hit that, because otherwise, if you don't, you are going to be a slug. I've spent a week and a half out of this last 31 days knocked out on the couch because I have absolutely no energy to do anything. So those are some tips there. I oddly get the hiccups a lot after I eat, which is weird. I never got the hiccups before, but sometimes I guess that happens now. Let's see, where else do I want to go with this and let you guys know? I mean, the food thing, it's just going to be trial and error. They gave you this, I hate to call it this. Everybody calls it their tool. And I hate that, because it's not really a tool. It's a baby stomach. And you really have to treat it like that. You have to baby it like a baby stomach. You know, if you were, it says that it takes gut tissue up to 3 months to heal. Um, and I mean, with a healthy person, I think I'm pretty good right now. Nothing bothers my stomach. I don't have any burning sensations. I can handle some hot foods. I've tried certain things that have been risky that I probably shouldn't have tried. Right now, meat's a big deal for me. If it's not ground beef or ground turkey, I really can't deal with it. I haven't tried any steak yet, which I'm waiting for because steak was always my favorite food. Um, the last piece of pork chop I had didn't go down too well, so I'm gonna wait a little bit longer on that. But you'll notice that, like I said, your taste buds change for things. The chicken I baked it, put it in Italian or marinated it in Italian like I always would. Threw some barbecue sauce on it, seasoned it up real good, threw it in the oven, and it just tasted flat. It was horrible. Um, any meat that's over dry, stay away from it. You will have the hardest time trying to get it down and digest it, and it hurts. Because they tell you can't drink while you're eating, so that's a huge learning process too. Because I mean, who doesn't have a glass of water or pop or whatever your poison is sitting with you while you're eating? So that's different. Um, I just do want to say that I know a lot of people are on the fence about this, and I've heard, the VSG haters about how, oh, well, you can just do this on your own and you could just no, I probably could have maybe. I mean, before the surgery, I've tried hundreds of diets, and I've tried low carbs, and I'm eating all lean cuisines and taking all the fat out of the house, and it just didn't do anything. I might have lost 10 pounds here, but as soon as stress hits, I'm going to get it right back. So this tool was an amazing there I say a tool again. This thing was an amazing blessing to me. It really was. I come from an overweight family. I've got pretty big bone genetics on my father's side, and if you know me personally, most of us are big people, and I really hope that I can inspire some of them, to try this. I mean, I know everybody's older and stuff, but man, the quality of life that this would bring, to the end of your life, to the end of your lives or whatever. I mean, I've got so many goals. I can't wait to get to Kings Island and strap my butt in one of them rides and just scream my head off. My husband's never rode one before, and I told him I was going to get him on his first one. And the next thing too is, I want to sit in an airplane seat. I want to travel. Like, flights are so cheap. I could go anywhere. Like, I'm a jet setter. I've got a wanderlust at heart. Like, I just want to do something with that. Um, but all in all, I'm feeling great. I've been lacking on the gym thing a little bit, but I always make sure that I'm up walking and running around and doing stuff at the store or keep myself moving. Unless it's one of those days that the B12s just aren't enough and I'm just like stuck. Um, I have noticed some slight hair loss. My husband thinks I'm crazy, but I know that is a side effect. To not getting your vitamins. But I mean, at this point, I take several supplements that weren't even requested or that weren't even required. Talk to my doctor about it. I take zinc and biotin capsules for my hair. I also take vitamin D, and then I do calcium chews for my bones because I do have some osteoarthritis and stuff like that. So I don't want anything like that to get worse. I take a multivitamin, and then I take sublingual B12s every day. Um, and I do have an iron pill that's I don't usually take it though because right now my iron test came back great. So even on 31 days in, with my blood work and everything, it's been nuts because it's like, my blood pressure significantly went down. Cholesterol dropped. We're trying to get it dropped lower because, I mean, they're saying certain studies now are saying that if you can get your cholesterol under 70, that the plaque that is in your arteries will start to dissipate. So, basically I'm just doing some reconstructive reconstructive to the damage that I've already done to my body. I've also been learning new tips and tricks. I suggest that you go if you're friends with me on Facebook and you want to know some more about the surgery. If you're interested in doing it, there's an amazing support group on there. Get with me, and I can get you in them. There's people from all over the world, all walks of life, all stages of the surgery. Just thinking about it, post-op, pre-op, and there's also the select few that have had the surgery and have had some severe side effects and some severe problems with it. So it kind of just gives you a well-rounded look at the surgery. But yeah, so that's definitely my victory was my 68 pounds. I see it in my face. I see it in my clothes. I'm kind of excited about that. So, yeah. So that's really about all I got to say on this video so far. I'll probably be doing another one in another couple weeks because, like I said, there hasn't been a whole lot different changed right now other than that. So, oh, I did go to the zoo with my kids today, and I did notice that it was a lot easier for me to walk. I wasn't breathing hard. I wasn't sweating bad. My feet didn't hurt. I mean, I am a little tired, of course, because, I ate a P3 pack, and then one of our Starbucks Premier Protein Shakes inventions that one of the ladies in the group invented that is amazing. It tastes like a caramel macchiato. It's great. So and that's pretty much all I had today. So I've been kind of slagging a little bit since I've been home. Sleeping perfectly fine, using the restroom perfectly fine. Everything's good right now. So if you got any questions, feel free to comment. You can follow me on Instagram. You'll see a lot of my pictures and a lot of my story. That is Stickums513. That's STIKUMS 513. And you can see what the other things that I do, beauty wise and family life, and that's the real and raw me there. My daughter wants to say hi to everybody. She's just dying to get onto this YouTube video, so I'm gonna give her to her, and then we're gonna send off for the night. So thanks to all my followers. You guys are amazing. I'm so glad that you have been concerned about me and wanting to see these videos. So I'm gonna start uploading them more for you. So everybody have a good night and say hi to Aries, okay?
Hi. Bye.
All right. Well, thanks, good people. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye bye.